Okay, go ahead, start.
Okay, so Doctor Who is the longest-running science fiction show in the history of all of television. It started in the 1960s when it was black and white and really bad, and it took a break during like the 70s and the 80s where they still had many kind of miniseries or TV shows or whatever, or movies, and then it came back in 2005. And the thing to remember about British television is that their production quality is about like 10 years behind ours, so anything we're watching in 2005 looks like it was filmed in like 1980, so, but they've been catching up, so...
They've been getting better,
do you want to explain who the Doctor is?
Who is the Doctor?
The Doctor is, how old is he? A
945.
945-year-old Time Lord from the planet Gallifrey.
So Time Lords are aliens.
No one's ever going to date us, just so that's clear. But he's from like this whole planet of Time Lords where they all participated in time travel in a vehicle called the TARDIS. Everyone had one.
Which stands for Time in Relative Dimensions in Space.
In space.
And their mortal enemies
are the Daleks.
They're kind of like this upside down like trash can with bumps
evil
on it,
R2D2.
and like
they look
a
like
plunger and like an egg beater.
It's terrifying. It's a bad R2D2. Like they're not friends. So there was this time war that broke out, and they started fighting around all of space and time. That gets kind of nasty because now you've got all these paradoxes and problems.
It's not even happening like in a linear progression. They're all
just
where are we?
All the time.
When are we?
So the Time Lords decided that, oh, fuck this. We're just gonna, turn ourselves into pure time energy and erase all of the universe along with the Daleks.
And the Doctor said no.
So that's not a good idea. So in order to save all the universe, he committed genocide upon his own race and the Daleks, wiping them all out for all of time.
And then he stole a TARDIS and took off on his own.
To explore all of time and space alone forever. Now, the Doctor doesn't die like a normal person because that would be too easy for, British television.
Instead, he regenerates, which essentially means that he kind of turns into a different person entirely.
Yeah.
So there have been 11 different Doctors, but essentially they're the same,
same memories.
Yeah.
Different personality, different appearance.
So you keep your memories, but you have a different personality.
So it's like you die. It's like your personality dies and someone else walks off with your memories.
Oh.
It's not fantastic, but it is interesting and convenient if you want to keep a show around for like 40 years.
And just need a different actor.
Yeah.
And there's no more Time Lords except there kind of is still more Time Lords, and there's no more Daleks except there's always more Daleks showing up, and
nothing ever makes sense except it does. Sometimes.
What? Watch it and see. Oh, and he always has a normally female companion who he randomly stops by Earth, and then he runs into this chick, and he's like, "Hey, you should come with me," and she's like, "Okay." And so they just traverse off into the galaxy.
And they all fall in love with them, but he rarely falls in love with them back.
Except for Rose.
But he kisses a lot of them.
Yeah.
So it's good. We enjoy this.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so we're going to show you the 10th Doctor, which is played by David Tennant, fantastic man.
Pretty much the best Doctor.
Pretty much the best Doctor ever. Before him was Christopher Eccleston, and he was good. He was only around for a little bit, and he was just kind of jaded because the Time War had just happened, so he was like, "Oh, I killed all of my race," and we was just kind of whiny the whole time. And then he goes away, David Tennant comes in, and David Tennant's fantastic. When David Tennant goes away, Matt Smith comes in, which is the current season that we're on right now, and he's just more like silly and has some great supporting actors, whereas David Tennant's so fantastic, he didn't need any supporting actors that were fantastic. He went with Billy Piper. Yeah, I mean, Billy Piper, the way she runs is like, it's just terrible. But I think on the current companion we're on right now is Martha. So, we're going to go show you an episode in the middle of the story of David Tennant.
Which is inarguably the best episode, the Rejuvenated.
Which is about the Weeping Angels, who are this monster that feeds off all your potential of your future. And so, if a Weeping Angel,
No, the episode.
Alright.
Explain the episode.
So, with that being said, we present to you Doctor Who. Come along on our adventures with us.
Woo!